The 2026 NBA Draft is officially in the books, and on today's show, we're going to grade the picks that the New York Knicks have made. We're going to show you all the trades they made, and then I will grade the entire draft class that Leon Rose just made New York Knicks. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. We are presented by Prize Picks, and my name is Marshall Green. Before I share my grades, I want to open up the comment section to everybody watching today's show. Get out your red pen and let me know, what is your grade for the Knicks 2026 NBA draft class, A, B, C, D, or F? There's no team in the NBA that operates the way that the New York Knicks do when it comes to the NBA draft. The New York Knicks started the NBA draft with pick number 24, pick number 31, and pick number 55, and they didn't leave the draft with players at any of those spots. We'll show you later how they got to those picks. We'll explain why the New York Knicks made all the trades that they did. I believe 5 different trades in the 2 rounds of the draft. But I want to start with Jack Kayil, I believe is how you say it. I've heard Khalil, I've heard Kyle. I'm going to call him Jack Kayil, the guard out of Alba, Berlin, the 20-year-old, 6'5", 185 pounds. He was originally committed to Gonzaga earlier this year, but he decided to decommit, test the waters in the NBA draft, and he ends up being the 39th overall pick to the New York Knicks. Some quick notes on him. He's got a great blend of size and speed with a fluid handle and great footwork. He's physical, getting to the basket, and has shown he can create for himself and make shots. What he needs to do, though, is get better when it comes to finishing around the rim. He converted layups on less than a 55% clip this past year. Just simply put, he has to be better. He was 50% on layups, and he was 47.4% at the rim on non-dunks, which was one of the lowest percentages in this entire draft class. But there are people out there that really liked what they saw from Jack last year. He actually was the best young player of the league that he ended up playing in, and that's good stuff. And I'm coming across this tweet that was tweeted by Working at Hoops back on January 29th of this year, and they said, you heard it here first, 6'5" point guard Jack Kayil is going to be a lottery pick in the 2027 NBA draft. He obviously entered the 2026 draft, but there are people that believe that he has an extremely high ceilings. No Ceilings NBA and their draft guide, they had some words about Jack that I want to read, and said, Kayil is a smooth 2 guard who shows impressive flashes of self-creation as a pull-up shooter, slasher, and foul magnet, though he will need to improve his finishing around the basket in order to make an impact at the NBA level. I hadn't done much research on Jack Kayil before this draft, and after, I almost see like a little bit of a Malcolm Brogdon in his game. I see some Austin Rivers as well. I'm going to give this pick a C+ for the New York Knicks. One, because I think it's going to be a little bit of time before he's actually a contributor on this team, which is not a problem whatsoever. I kind of wonder what the ceiling is for him, but if you told me 5 years from now that he is a every night part of the rotation player for the New York Knicks, I would not be shocked whatsoever. I think he's got potential, but I'm going to go with the C+ for now. Solid pick, but nothing that I would say changes the immediate future of the New York Knicks. Like the pick. I love the pick of Tyler Nickel, though. Coming into tonight, I was hoping there was a way that the New York Knicks, with one of their 3 second-round picks, could select the 6'6" shooter out of Vanderbilt, 22 years old, and they found a way to do it. I think he's the most consistent and pure shooter in this class. 3 years in a row in college, all he did was shoot 40% from 3. In 2024, shot 39.9% from 3 on almost 11 three-pointers attempted per 100 possessions. In 2025, he shot 40.5% from 3 on 14.6 three-pointers attempted per 100 possessions. And this past year, he shot 40% from three on 13.4 three-pointers attempted per 100 possessions. So high volume and high efficiency. Tyler Nickel is a knockdown shooter, and he already has an NBA trait, an NBA skill, and I think that's going to translate early on in his NBA career with the New York Knicks. We'll talk more about Tyler Nickel, and we'll go through the trades the Knicks made. I'll give you my overall grade for Leon Rose, but I got to tell you that Prize Picks is our presenting sponsor of today's show. And when you download the app and you create an account today, you play your first $5 lineup, Prize Picks is going to hook you up with $50 in lineups instantly. You don't even have to get that $5 lineup correctly. It's America's #1 sports pick app. It's available in all 50 states, plus Washington, D.C. It is safe. It is secure. Billions of dollars have been paid out, and it is very easy to use the app. All you do is create a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and you simply pick more or you pick less on the stat line that Prize Picks selects for that player. They've also added more features to the app where you can just pick winners if you want. You could pick spreads. You could pick totals. We've got the World Cup going on right now. We've got baseball. We've got women's basketball and so much more. For instance, if you want to pick USA in the World Cup to beat Turkey, that's a 1.85x multiplier. So download the app, create an account, use the promo code HMA, play $5, get $50 instantly. When you're picking players in the second round, my philosophy is, shout out Becky Hammond, my philosophy is that you should be picking players that have a singular NBA trait. They can do one thing at an NBA level. And Tyler Nickel is going to walk into the NBA and already be an upper echelon shooter in this league. Lightning quick release. If he is open for a split second and the ball hits his hands, that shot is going up. He made contested threes in college as well. It wasn't he was wide open. And when he was wide open, it was because of his off-ball movement. You could see the IQ in his game as well. He can find the soft spots in the defense. He moves around the perimeter in a counter way of the rotation of the defense, makes himself available. This guy can shoot it, man. 6'6", so he's got good size. I think he's an underrated defender. No, by no means am I saying he's a great defender, but I think he's going to be able to be serviceable in the National Basketball Association, and he can score in multiple ways as well. His bread will be buttered at the three-point line. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I think it was over 7 attempts per game this year from downtown. But if you close out too recklessly, he can give you a head fake, put it on the deck one time, sidestep, get it up. You recklessly close out, pump fake, rip through, put it on the deck 1-2 times, 18-foot jumper. Or he can get all the way to the rim and create as well. He improved as a finisher in very limited opportunities. He shot 75% at the rim, albeit on just 1.8 attempts per 100 possessions, but he showed the ability to finish at the rim as well. Not the best athlete. Where his career goes and the ceiling will depend on what he's able to give you on defense, but he's going to walk into the NBA and already be a plus shooter. I give this an A overall. I'm not really sure what more you would want with the number 47 pick in an NBA draft. There might be a player after him that has a better career, but there was nobody else on the board that I wanted more than Tyler Nickel when the Knicks were on the clock at number 47. I'm not going to say he's the Landry Shamet replacement, but if you're unable to bring Shamet back, you get some much-needed shooting in Nickel off the bench. I see some Duncan Robinson in his game. I see some Sam Merrill. There's some A.J. Green. He looks like Steve Novak out there at times, and maybe a little Mike Miller as well. He's got some swag to him as well. Tyler Nickel, welcome to the Knicks. I give it an A overall. So the Knicks make a pick at, what was it for? 39 and 47. They start the NBA draft with pick 24, 31, and 55. So when they're on the clock at number 24, they end up trading that pick to the Los Angeles Lakers, and they get the number 25th pick. It essentially gets molded into a 4-team trade, and it works out like this. The 24th pick goes to the Lakers. The 30th pick goes to the Suns. The 25th pick goes to the Mavs. The Knicks get the draft rights to Melvin Ajinça, who I believe they once held the draft rights to. They get the 47th pick, and then 4 future second-round picks. Then they're on the clock at pick number 31. The Houston Rockets call them up. They send 31 and 55 to Houston, and they get 39, 53, and a 2029 second-round pick. So they make 2 picks tonight, and they still add 5 future second-round picks. So the Knicks start the 2026 NBA draft with 24, 31, and 55. The Knicks end the 2026 NBA draft with Jack Kayil, Tyler Nickel, the 2029 Kings second-round pick, the 2029 Suns second-round pick, the 2030 Mavs second-round pick, the 2032 Mavs second-round pick, 2033 Suns second-round pick, a lot of cash considerations, and overseas rights to Mel, Ajinça, and others. Why did they do all this? Because they didn't want to pay any rookie big amounts of money. Because they want to stay under the second apron. And they want to have as much cap space to use under the second apron to potentially bring back a Mitchell Robinson. And I believe that that is the plan for them right now, is to find a way to bring back Mitchell Robinson. Heading into free agency and the offseason, these are the free agents. It's being reported that a deal with Mohamed Diawara is done or expected to get done. So you could take him off this list, but you still got to make a decision on Robinson, Clarkson, Shamet, and Sohan and Huckporty. I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. If the Knicks plan on being under the second apron, you're not bringing back Robinson and Shamet. Probably only one of them. And I believe it's got to be Mitchell Robinson. There's no other way the Knicks can add anybody of even remotely close talent and caliber of player, Mitchell Robinson, with a veteran minimum. I'm not saying that you can replace Landry Shamet with a veteran minimum, but you can get a lot closer to doing so with that than you can a veteran minimum center for Mitchell Robinson. I think number one priority should bring Mitch back. I think he wants to be here. Hopefully they can get it done. But we have a Larry, and in large part because of Leon Rose. And I'm going to continue to trust in Leon Rose. If you're with me and you trust Leon Rose, hit that thumbs up icon right now. My official draft grade for the New York Knicks is a B+. I know it's always crazy with the Knicks in the NBA draft, but you leave the draft with a player I absolutely love, a guy that's got upside, and 5 future second-round picks. I'll take it. Give him a B+. I think they did a really good job. Appreciate everybody that enjoyed our draft coverage, the over 100,000 people or so that joined us on day 1 and day 2 of the NBA draft. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Give me a follow on social media. Let's go Knicks.